Guys, this is Zach coming to you again with another awesome video. And in this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share another story with you, another manifestation. And but first of all, I wanted to sort of lead into the story by saying that there's a lot of information out there as far as law of attraction, as far as the books that are written. Different seminars that are being done all around the world, and definitely all around in this country. And there's just a lot of information out there as far as movies, The Secret, so forth and like that. And all of this information is being compiled, and it's being expressed. The thing of it is how do you, and a lot of it can get kind of confusing, but how do you actually apply it in your life? I mean, how does it play out in your experience? And so the thing what I wanted to do is I wanted to share something with you. Abraham teaches that you take the knowledge or the processes that they teach, and then you apply the processes, and then you see the results of the processes. And I just want to share with you this awesome instant manifestation that happened. Now, as a prelude to that too, first of all, instant manifestation, you're probably asking yourself, how can something instantly manifest? Because on my last story, I told you about a car, but it was an unfolding process. But the thing of it is you can actually have instant manifestations. And I'm telling you guys, when you have an instant manifestation, you're going to understand your worthiness. You're going to understand your power. You're going to understand that you are the center of the universe, and that the universe is on your side, and that you can live an extraordinary, magical life, really, because who doesn't want to instantly manifest something that they truly desire, right? So, with that being said, resistance. I want to kind of prelude this too. Resistance. If most people don't have any resistance, and what is resistance? So let's take money for an instance. Most people don't have resistance to $50. You can obtain $50. $100. You can obtain $100. Most people. $500. Most people. $500 is not a big deal. They might have that in their bank account, right? When you get to $1,000, most people don't have any issues with $1,000. They can obtain $1,000. But when it comes to $5,000, that's when you get a little tense in your being. You get a little anxiety. You get a little disbelief. Like, where am I going to come up with $5,000? $5,000 is a huge amount of money to a lot of people. And so that's resistance. So when you have resistance, the cooperative components are already there. The money is there. Everything is there available to you to rendezvous with. But when you have resistance in your being, you're not going to rendezvous with it, as opposed to if you didn't have any resistance. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And so, instant manifestation, you can instantly manifest anything and everything, because Abraham teaches that a castle and a button is no different. You can manifest a button, a little tiny button on your shirt, or you can manifest a huge castle. It just depends on your level of resistance to it. So, with that being said, the story was it was an amazing day. I'm so excited to share this. So, without further ado, I was standing in a parking lot, a Walmart parking lot, and basically just getting off work. And I was standing out there with a friend, and we were talking about, we were just standing next to a buggy corral in sort of the center of the parking lot, just chatting as we were headed to our cars. And he had this truck. It was an old truck, old red truck, whatever. It's like a little small sedan, not sedan, excuse me, but a little Toyota. He was talking about fixing it up, and he was talking about how, he wanted to, kind of work on the vehicle and make it a little bit better. And I told him, I said, Winston, and his name is Winston. I said, Winston, I was like, I've always liked cars. That's just my deal. I love cars. I like their style. And I told him, I was like, I always think of cars now. Now I'm married now, but I was single then. I told him, I said, I always look at cars like women. And I had a 2002 Honda Accord, and I told him, I said, the Honda Accord, I look at that as like a girl in blue jeans. Yeah, the blue jeans and a t-shirt. Kind of normal, kind of relaxed, kind of just chilling. Nothing spectacular, right? But I was like, but if I had a BMW, and guys, I specifically said this. I said, if I have a BMW, that's like a girl in a cocktail dress. That's like getting her all dressed up and everything. And he was laughing about this and everything. We're both laughing and joking and cutting up and whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's like, she's got her high heels on and she's got her, a nice cocktail dress, and I'm taking her out on the town. See, that's how I view my cars. That's how I see my cars. And a nice BMW, yeah, that's like a girl in a cocktail dress, right? So he's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. They're nice cars, flashy cars, whatever, it makes sense. And guys, I kid you not, immediately, it wasn't a minute, this car, this nice BMW 2-door coupe with a little top on it that can let back, pulls into the parking lot, slowly rolls up on the front of the end of the store, and then rolls and turns into the lane, comes down and parks right next to me. Now, there's a girl in there too. Now, me and Winston are sitting there looking at this, and we're like, okay, this is interesting, right? This is interesting. And so pulls up next to the buggy corral, and he's looking at me and he's smiling, and I'm looking at him and I'm smiling, and opens up the door, and sticks her leg out with nice high heels on, and I mean, obviously she had a dress on. Opens up the door, looks at me, stands up in a nice red style cocktail dress, almost like real thin material. It was beautiful, and she was beautiful. And gets out, looks at both of us, and grabs her pocketbook and walks into the Walmart. Guy gets out the passenger seat and walks in too. And Winston looked at me and he told me, he says, Zach, I cannot believe that. He says, you just got that out of your mouth. He says, you just said that out of your mouth. It's like wow. And we were both shocked. I was so excited because I knew what it was. He didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew it was an instant manifestation. Now, guys, that's not $1 million. That's not this huge ticket or anything like that. But it was an instant manifestation. It shows you how the universe orchestrates things. Guys, isn't that amazing? I said that the girl that at BMW was like a girl in a cocktail dress. And look how the universe orchestrated it. Rolled right up next to me in a BMW with a 2-door hat, like the letback, the convertible piece, and gets out in a nice cocktail dress, a beautiful woman, looks at me, smiles, and walks into the Walmart. I'm like, I was floored. It was amazing because it was the universe saying, hey, let me show you exactly what I can do. Let me show you how things can orchestrate in your favor. And so, guys, I know it's a little bit longer, but it's amazing. I hope this really, really makes you happy, really inspires you, and I can't wait to share another awesome story with you. So take care, guys. Thanks. See you on the next video.